If you do not come here right now, I'm starving.
Mr. Beast Burger.
Just had a long day at the mall, everyone, and I wanted to try out Mr. Beast Burger, and so I'm very excited. And another thing we want to try out is Mr. Beast chocolate bars, because we watched his video today, and we want to go to his factory. Mr. Beast is my favorite.
We want the factory, we don't want to go. We want the factory.
And Mr. Beast is my favorite YouTuber, so today we are finally trying out his burger. It's really interesting.
We're not. We're eating the chicken sandwich. Sorry.
But it's really interesting because where you get it is just this food truck that has a few other restaurants as well. They had Wow Bao, they had Man vs. Fries, and then they also had Mr. Beast. We are also eating this like an hour after we ordered, so the food might be cold, but that's okay. Specifically, what Kane and I ordered were the Mr. Beast National Hot Chicken Sandwich with the seasoned fries.
You're just gonna like start without me?
Okay.
That was incredibly rude.
I didn't.
No, you already did.
Let's go. Did you already eat it without me?
Yeah. I like the seasoning on the fries, but
seasoning on fries is really good.
Yeah, it reminds me of the Shake Shack like hot honey.
Please don't ever compare this to Shake Shack.
I like Shake Shack.
I don't.
That's honestly pretty good. That's like a solid 7 so far. That being said, the fact that Mr. Beast made it into a business that's portable, like he doesn't need to have any locations. He just outsources it to ghost kitchens and it makes him money passively. Like that's the most insanely, I respect him for that. That's enough for me to bring it up to an 8.
The taste is really good. It's a little bit dry, both the fries and the sandwich. I love the chicken in the sandwich.
It's not a patty, it's 2 chicken tenders.
This is like a mukbang ASMR video. Cause like what do you do after the review even? Usually when Kyle and I go out to eat, we ask each other questions.
You gotta elaborate. We ask each other questions. What does that even mean? They're thought-provoking questions, like icebreaker questions. You know, we don't need to break any ice. I feel like we've done that already, but they're just fun to do.
We did literally start dating the first day we met.
To be fair though, we spent the entire day together.
Well, we spent like 7 p.m. to 3 a.m. and then every day after that. It was really good. I would order it again.
It is. I would order this again. The fries.
Especially to support Mr. Beast. My favorite.
I don't think he really needs it though. Doesn't he like give away hundreds of thousands of dollars?
I'm gonna support him anyway.
Video? Here's a question. Are you holding on to something that you need to let go of? In like my high school years, like growing up until I went to college, I was convinced of a right way to do things. Specifically referring to the way that I talked to myself and the way that I solved problems. Like procrastination and being really mean to myself. And there's still hints of it, and it's something that I need to completely let go if I want to go on to be really successful in life.
The answer that I'm settling on, I'm not sure if this is the answer that I would necessarily choose if I had more time to think. What I need to let go of is the idea of being too busy for something, because you're never too busy for anything. It's up to you to prioritize what you really want, and if you say you're too busy, that's like on you. I haven't been working out over the last few weeks, but I was so consistent over winter break because I had time, and now with everything piling up, I haven't had a chance to work out, but really I could make that time. I just haven't. So I think that's definitely something I need to let go of, is that I'm not too busy. I just need to put in the effort and make the time for it.
When you're 80 years old, what will matter the most to you?
The impact that I leave behind in the world. Whatever actions that I did prior to me being 80 changed the world in a positive way that really enacted change. That because of the efforts that I put in, whether that be through business or, you know, my motivational speeches or whatever the case may be, whatever I did, it made this world a better place. Basically just trying to leave a legacy behind.
That's what matters to me during my life, like leading up until I'm 80. But the way that I'm interpreting this question is like, what am I going to care about most when I'm 80? Like what I'm going to be thinking about then is like the trajectory of humanity at that point. Because just like Jay, I'm focused on developing myself physically and mentally to the point where I can inspire other people to improve themselves and make the world a better place, thereby having a bigger improvement than I could make, say, researching in STEM. So when I'm 80, it's just like I can't really do many physical things anymore. So maybe I'll just be focused on talking and like advising newer generations like writing and documenting my thoughts on what's necessary to move towards a more productive future for humanity, one where we don't dig ourselves a grave.
The reason why I want to take such good care of my body now, well, one of the reasons, and my mind, is because I don't want to be old and let my mind deteriorate with age. I would hate to be 80, 90, 100 and just not be living to my best life then, because many people have the misconception that your life gets worse as you get older, and I don't think that's true at all. I think you have so many opportunities for you, and you can do whatever you want at any stage of your life. So I just want to take care of myself now so that I am able to be my healthiest version of myself in the future as well.
It's up to you to take care of yourself right now to set up a usable future. Because so many people ignore it. Like, what, we're taking, like, omega-3s and stuff, right? Like, we're preparing for the future proactively. So when we get there, we're going to be prepared and we're going to be able to actually move because of the efforts we're putting in now. And other people are going to be non-functional and be like, oh, you know what happened? It's like, oh, I'm just getting old. Like, no, you idiot. Like, you ignored the effort you needed to prepare yourself for this.
I was thinking of starting an ASMR channel too, like dead serious. So if you guys want to see that, let me know. I would love to try it. I love ASMR. Everyone's so awkward about it. They're like, oh, you like ASMR?
You get a bunch of horny freaks listening to you talk in their ear. When is it time to stop calculating risk and rewards and just do what you know is right?
Yeah, for real.
I think as soon as you know what you need to do, this implies that you already know what's right. Like, when you know what's right, you should just do it. Don't care about risk and reward. Do something that's worthwhile and is going to help people, and you will see monetary return from it.
Oh, that reminds me. My fortune cookie said,
You're going to make a big gamble soon, and you're going to win.
So I'm
Maybe it's your
excited for
ASMR channel.
don't blow up on my Jessica Star's basement. My ASMR gets 1 million views. First video. ASMR, people do really well on YouTube.
But, like, what if somebody asked you what you do for a living?
ASMR?
Yeah, whatever.
I make millions of dollars doing ASMR. What do you do? Work a 9 to 5? Sitting at a desk?
Loser.
Yeah, exactly.
I was talking to a microphone.
Also, guys, I want to preface this. I have horrible table manners, so in case you're like, oh my god, Jessica, you eat so grossly. It's because I have horrible table manners. I usually eat with my elbows here, my feet on the chair, trying to get better with chewing with my mouth closed. It's a work in progress, and I can't, like, use utensils properly. When Kane ever sees me trying to, like, cut meat...
You have to see it. It's so bad.
It is...
I grew up with very strict table manners, like, instilled in me. So how to cut properly, how to place your arms on the table. Yeah, Jay sucked. The way she cuts meat with a knife is so, like, horrendously... You should see how she cuts an avocado, by the way.
I learned now.
Yeah, I should see how she used to cut an avocado.
It bothered my roommate
like,
so much.
Sticks
so
the
she
knife
taught
and the
me.
fork into the meat and, like, rips it apart rather than, like, using the knife to cut it. It
takes too long. And I'm hungry. So obviously, this is a problem though, because when Kane and I become like rich, successful, and we go to business dinners with these just like fancy people, I'm gonna have the worst table manners there unless I start learning now.
Yeah.
But then I don't know, I feel like it'd be kind of interesting where it's like, she is super rich and she got here by being like that.
It's like I remember I started noticing your bad table manners and I was like, man, should I tell her about it? Like, I know we're gonna get to this place eventually and like she's gonna be called out. I was like, wait, on the other hand, it's like kind of cool if you just own it. But on the other hand, it's annoying.
I'll work on it, guys, don't worry. Pretty soon we'll making a mukbang a year from now and I'll have pretty perfect table manners. One of my life bucket list items is to wear a ball gown to a castle ball in the winter. Fun fact.
Yeah.
Would you break the law to save a loved one? Yes. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that. But yes.
Unless they did something stupid. Like, if one of my loved ones does something absolutely, like, abhorrent and illegal, like, is save, like, life or death, or is, like, getting them out of jail?
Life or death. If they were in jail for a stupid reason, like, life or death, of course. What are you're gonna let me die?
Well, what makes you smile?
A lot of things make me smile. Spending time with you makes me smile. Making YouTube videos makes me smile. Playing volleyball, dog sitting on Rover made me smile. Playing with my dog Bailey makes me smile. Hanging out with Victoria makes me smile. Laughing with Veronica makes me smile. My lake house in Wisconsin makes me smile. One of the questions was, what do you miss the most? That is my answer. My lake house in Wisconsin.
Come on. How did you do that?
I tried to grab it like that.
Why? The first thing that came to mind was like helping other people understand things. like when I tutor and they actually get something, that makes me very happy. For one, because it means I'm able to enunciate my thoughts clearly enough to the point where they understand, and two, they're like furthering their own progress. Overcoming myself, improving myself, like all of those things make me really happy. Hanging out with you makes me happy. Just doing things, like accomplishing things makes me happy. Like learning how to ollie.
Another thing that's cool is crossing things off your to-do list. Like it's kind of like what you said, accomplishing things.
That's so satisfying.
Crossing that out. Ooh! Especially if it's something you really need to get done.
Yeah, like I want to do this thing and actually following through with it and doing it, like, and focusing for long periods of time. And then like you get out of it and all your things are done and you're like, oh my god, it's the most satisfying feeling in the world.
Okay, honestly though, this is kind of a style.
Yeah, it's like a painter's...
Like drip or drown, for real. What's your final rating of...
8. For the actual like stuff, 7, but I respect what Mr. Beast Burger is so much, and it's so inspiring to me as a person that I'm gonna give it an extra point.
I'm a very, very harsh food critic.
She gives things like 2s, like frequently. Whenever we go out, we talk about like what would you rate this meal, and she like gives it like
yeah, I'll be like, oh, it was so good too. So since I am a very harsh food critic, I would give it.
Wait, I have a number in my head.
Okay, what's the number?
Close your eyes. I'm gonna show the camera.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm stuck between a 4 and a 5. I really loved the taste of the chicken sandwich and the fries, honestly. The seasoning that they use, the sauces,
Dude,
all of that.
The sauce was super good in the middle.
All of the condiment related stuff on the actual items was super good. The chicken was super crispy. There was never those weird, like sometimes when I eat meat, there's that weird like fatty part that doesn't pull off right. I don't know if y'all know what I'm talking about, but I hate that part of meat. It just ruins the entire like entree, whatever I'm eating for me. But this didn't have that. And the chicken pulled apart really well. It was crispy, but then soft and juicy in the middle, which I really loved. It was one of the best chicken sandwiches I've ever had. But in terms of like overall worthiness, it tasted good, but it just felt dry.
Do you think part of that was because we waited so long?
Yes, I do think that's part of it. That's probably why I'm going to switch my rating from a 4 to a 5, because we did eat it like a literal hour after we ordered it. And I obviously flipping love Mr. Beast. He's my favorite YouTuber, and I respect everything that he does, especially doing business stuff like this. So I will end my rating on a 5. I would order it again. Did you really?
I guess 5.
Oh my gosh.
5.
How'd you guess that? We have this thing where we think we're on the same wavelength sometimes.
Yeah,
we just,
well, we think the same things frequently. I don't know if it's confirmation bias or, you know.
Sometimes we'll like text something at like the same time. If anyone knows if that's like a scientifically proven thing that you can be connected to someone, let me know, because I think that's really interesting. Anyway, that is the end of the video. I will see you all in the next one. Bye. You're out of time. You're out of time. And now you're out of time.